Have you found yourself in a spiral of like negative energy, limiting point of view, feeling like the world's against you? And it's like, that's exactly what I want to talk about today. So let's get started. Hi, my name's Claire Chancellor from Be Your Purpose Coaching. I'm an NLP trainer and an NLP coach. I love to work with people all over the world to be their purpose and to live a life of empowerment. Today, what I want to talk about is the difference between being at cause and being at effect. You know, when you get caught in that, and we all do it, but you get caught in that kind of victim energy and like the world's against me. Why can't I get what I want? The hesitations, the delays, and your energy just gets pulled down, and it's like, what I want to do is talk to you about how you can turn that around so you can live in a sense of empowerment and create the life that you want. So, going to my slides as I always do, I want to talk about what stops people from achieving the success that they crave. Now, there's two ends of the spectrum. There's the spectrum of being at cause and knowing that you can be responsible and create the life that you want. It's that empowered mindset. It's the belief that yes, you can have what you want versus being at effect. And it's that perception that things are happening to you. It's that victim energy, and it's just this making excuses. I know from my own journey before I learned NLP that I was 100% at effect, and I was, the world was happening to me. I was blaming, it was my ex-husband, blaming it was this person, blaming it was, you know, whatever it was. But I was completely at the effect and hoping that something outside of me would change so that my life would get easier. And little did I know that the outer success that I've now created actually starts from creating the success within. So that's why we need to actually go in and explore what is causing you to drop your energy, why you've gone into that victim mode. I'm going to say victim mode, and I mean it with a lot of love and compassion, but that's what I'm talking about really straightforward with that, like the world is happening to you kind of energy. Because when we're actually at cause, we are aware of how we influence the world around us. Therefore, we can be responsible and and we can perform and achieve what it is that we want because we know that if we have the successful mindset, that we are responsible. You can see a challenge ahead of yourself and say like, oh, if that didn't work out, okay, better luck next time, rather than a challenge occurring and going, see, I told you I was pathetic, I told you I was no good, blah 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 blah. It's this difference in the mindset that can create opportunities versus getting stuck in the heaviness and the judgment of being right and wrong. So when we're at effect, when we're at the other end, we're at the mercy of the things happening around us, the poor performance, thinking about being on the road and getting caught in traffic, and it's like, see, the world never, the world's against me, I can't get there, da 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 da, versus somebody who's at cause and recognizing, okay, I'm at a traffic jam. What can I do about this? Can I make, can I can I listen to a podcast? Can I make some calls and let people know that I'm late? What can I do? Again, rather than getting stuck in the victim energy. So, in each and every scenario that you experience, your mind is automatically going to put a meaning or a judgment to it. And the judgment actually makes us stuck. The judgment is what our mind wants to label as right or wrong. And so it's going to limit it's going to limit you to what you can create. I can't do this, I can't do that, that's wrong, I can't do that, I can never get it right. That's what I'm talking about when you're at the effect side of things. So being in that victim energy, you've attached yourself to judgments, you've attached yourself to drama and the comparisons. And it's absolutely the fastest way to drop your energy into that lower frequency, leaving you feeling heavy and dense. Again, this is when you're at the effect side of the equation, and it's again, the world is happening to you. I can't say this strong enough that when you start to judge things as right or wrong, that's when you've missed out on the grey in between. If you're going black and white, you've missed out on the grey in between. You've missed out on a whole lot of different perspectives and choices that could create the abundance that you want to create. So, can you think back to a time when you were stuck in judgments, like judging somebody for doing something wrong, doing something against you, getting a bit bitchy and getting caught in that spiral of drama and comparisons? I can completely relate to doing that, being, coming out of teenagehood and stuck in the judgments and the drama and all of that chaos that comes with growing up. Even the drama of being bullied when I was in primary school and just there must be something wrong with me. Why can't I get this working? Da, 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 da. I'm not rich enough. I'm not popular enough. I'm not wearing the right clothes. I'm not. It's all of these judgments and the comparisons that again lower your frequency. However, switching gears, when we're actually at cause, we can catch ourselves dropping into that energy, and once we are aware of the difference between being at cause and being at effect, we can respond internally very different so that the response that we get in the outside world will change. So, being at cause is the empowering state. It gives us the power to actually choose. And if we're going to dive into the drama spiral, or then we also are aware of that, we have the choice to either do that or choose to go on a higher path. So the more that we choose that higher path, the higher path isn't some sort of hierarchy, but the higher path is actually the choice to be the observer, to not get involved in the lower frequencies, and to choose a perspective of compassion or kindness to yourself at the end of the day. And then when you're in that higher state of vibration, you can start to manifest things in a lot easier. So again, if you find yourself manifesting scenarios of being stuck in the effect and the blame, poor performance, or feeling stuck, it actually may be well worth exploring what's going on at a deeper level to be able to turn this around. Like, what has caused you to get addicted to that lower vibration? Is it trauma bonding? Like, is growing up, was your mum always connecting in with problems or connecting in with people who are sick and it gets people's attention, or people having this having this identity attached to their children, that if their children are doing well then the parents are doing well, and it's sort of like, so there's this push to be right or wrong, and the push on the children to make sure that they're performing at a higher state, because the fear of not doing that is so much greater. So that's what I'm talking about when we need to go in and explore what's keeping you in that stuck, the drama, the heaviness, because everything that keeps us at that effect end of the scale is going to stop us from achieving the success that you crave. You're going to settle for less. You're going to be stuck in the fear of judgment. You're going to be stuck in the fear of making a mistake. You're going to be stuck in the low self-esteem. You're definitely going to be addicted to getting work done, and there's not going to be a balance between a healthy personal life versus a work life. And then there's also just going to be that lack of knowledge about what other possibilities are that you can create. So if you're stuck in that effect, you've put up a brick wall, you've depleted your energy, you're going to be on that on that what do we call it? That wheel of life where you just can't get off the hamster wheel. Just it completely depletes your energy being at effect. So if you find yourself being in effect, you can turn it around really quickly by asking and having that self-awareness. What purpose or what positive intention am I actually creating this drama? Like, is it actually for connection? Or am I creating this drama to be seen, to be validated? Why are you actually creating this drama? What is the positive learning I can get from the situation, or a positive learning that I can take with me for the future? So again, like that trauma bonding scenario, being at effect and wanting to connect in with somebody, if you can connect in with somebody who's got problems and you want to trauma bond and talk about, compare victim stories. Um, what is actually the positive learning that you can take away from this is that, okay, there is that need for connection. What can I do differently to connect with people, to empower them, rather than connecting with people to bring their energy down? And then another question that you can ask is, what do I need to learn to do things differently? So next time that you're feeling that need to trauma bond or connect or to be in that bitchy state, what can I do differently to get that need met? And maybe that is about volunteering. Maybe that's just about picking up the phone and going for a refreshing walk with a friend to connect rather than getting caught in the spiral of comparison and drama. There is a difference between venting drama, uh, venting conversation, and getting that adrenaline kind of release versus talking things through to be able to get to a solution, to be at cause. And so that's where coaching comes in. If you're like, okay, I'm caught in this spiral of judgment and being at effect, what can I do to turn this around? What can I learn from it? And then start to change stance with the people around you so that they too can also come to cause rather than this automatic response to be at effect. So think about, where in your life do you feel empowered, and where in your life do you have that high self-worth? Do you actually have high self-worth when you're, mingling at the cafe? Do you have a high self-worth when you're delivering the work that you do for your clients? Where do you have high self-worth? Is it when you're with your husband and you're planning the next holiday? Like, what is it that brings you that pure joy, that sense of purpose? And basically, like, how can you create more of that? That 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 habit of checking in with yourself, that habit of noticing that you can be responsible for the success that you want to create. Once you start to get that, I can't say this enough, the world outside of you will change. You will actually, instead of getting on the road and attracting road rage, you'll get on the road and just attracting all of the green lights because you are at cause. It's like, yep, I have this high self-worth. I deserve this. This is fun. And so some amazing things that will have a ripple effect when you start to move into cause, because you can create anything in life. The question is, what do you want to choose? What do you want to choose? Again, when I was in toxic relationships, I had no choice. I thought that I had no choice, is what I should have said. Thought that I had no choice. I didn't think I had the choice to leave. I didn't think I had the choice to ask for what I want. I didn't have the choice to say what it is that was important to me. And once I recognized that I could be at cause, I could choose a different choice. Tongue twister there. Choose a different choice. In that 10 seconds, I can be grateful for what I have. In that 10 seconds, I can choose to speak up. In that 10 seconds, I can choose not to speak up. In that 10 seconds, I can choose whatever I want to choose. And that is a sense of freedom and empowerment, is when you were aware of the choices that you have, being responsible for yourself. It's really quite simple. So if you do continue to feel like you're at the effect of the world is happening to you and maybe blaming other people, completely fine. I have no judgment on that. I just know that that's an awareness within yourself to say, okay, maybe I need to have a coaching session on that, or do some hypnotherapy to go back to explore where this lack of connection is, to do some theatre healing to understand how my body needs to bring in that sense of empowerment, or Reiki. Once you actually, work out and be aware that you have the choice to be responsible for yourself, your thoughts, you will change the behavior, you will change the outcome, you will change the destiny that you're creating for yourself. It's quite incredible. So the question is, today, are you at cause or effect? I hope that makes sense, guys, and I will talk to you later.